when I hear that word listening, it sounds so effortful, like to do something. But I've watched you in so many contexts, what appears to me to be listen effortlessly. How do you do that?
Well, we talked about this last night. So there's this idea of simultaneity, multi-tracks, but we'll just start with two, just for purposes of ease. There's the world of appearances, and then there's the world of where things are actually happening. There's and that's why I often use mycelium. There's like the world here, you just see the mushroom on the surface, and underneath there's an entire world. And so it's a matter of always keeping one foot in that world, the invisible world. Some call it intuition. There's in extreme sports, it's called the voice, and it's what happens when somebody's in an extreme sports state. Every single part of their being is focused, and the voice arises. Everything else is gone. Everything else is cut away. The voice arises that tells you precisely what to do in every moment with no sound blocking the signal. There are myriad things that it could be called, but I like that one. So to keep one foot always there in your ambient attention, and then one foot always looking at the circumstances. If you look at, in Buddhism, you look at dependent origination. One of the things that people often forget or misconstrue is the Buddha gave his body to the tiger when the tigress was hungry, and so we should be willing to just forget about the body, and really the body being the world of appearances, right? It doesn't matter. No, that's a misunderstanding. They both matter. They concurrently matter. It's just that this seems to be so much more real because it's palpable and touchable, that we don't understand that it's constructed of emptiness. But if you have all emptiness consciousness, we'll say, then you're just insensitive to the particulars of any given moment with a human being. And so I can be listening to somebody, and it's almost like I can see their face. I can see the master behind the face, we'll say, the person who absolutely knows and is just messing with you. And then there's the person on the surface who forgot that they knew. And so how do you tease that out? How do you kind of seduce the one who knows through the surface of the face and consciousness that's forgotten that it knows and genuinely believes whatever is happening? So that's what I mean by simultaneity. You have to work both tracks. If you just have the track of, oh, this person doesn't know, then you're both lost. But if you just have the track of this person knows, then you can bypass the tenderness, and then it can seize, and when you close the door, they'll take a very long time to open again. One is active and one is passive. And so we talk about simultaneity, we talk about transceiving. So the deeper listening for me always happens in reception. Geshe Michael talks about, emptiness. Another word for emptiness might just be potential, and from potential arises insight, arises that flash. So, that part is in my ambient attention is listening. And all of a sudden, I'll be sitting with somebody and I'll hear, we'll just be talking and I'll hear, oh, this has nothing to do with what we're talking about. What's actually going on is they're angry about the fact that it'll be something completely over here. And then we'll be in this discussion here. And so then the art of listening has to do with gently, usually through inquiry, bridging the distance between what you see and what you hear without imposing your will. And that's why it's through inquiry. Like, oh, is this so? Is this so? Is this so? And touching it so that the person can discover for themselves what you're hearing or seeing in the ambient attention, because there's a reason that it's being blocked.